Hey guys, back again for some questions. Today we're in the midfield room, which we call the Centre of Excellence. This is where we do most of our preparation during the week, and this is where we'll be preparing for the showdown this week. So I thought we'd do the questions in here this week. Alright, the first question is from Anna Faulkner from Morford Vale, and she asks, is the rivalry between us and the Crows subject to just the field, or is it off-field as well? To be perfectly honest, we don't really see too many of the Crows players outside. I'd have to say, Sloaney's probably one of my good mates. He lives around the corner, so he's probably one that I might catch up with, around Adelaide. But most of the time, I'll be hanging out with most of the Port guys, and not too much of the Crows. So there is a little bit of rivalry off field as well. We don't tend to spend too much time with them. The next question is from Josh Hazeman from Hyde Park, and he asks, how does it feel to be one of the youngest teams in the competition, but also one of the best? Look, it's a great position we're in at the moment. We've got a really young group as well, which is fantastic for our club. And but I think one thing we really pride ourselves on is no matter who's playing, no matter who goes out in the park, that we make sure that they give exactly the same effort, whether it be the first year player to Cane Corns. Everyone has to they put Adelaide effort really each week, and it doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are. And but I guess the position we're in, we're in a great spot to really build on something pretty special, and that's what we see at the club, and it's exciting to be a part of this group. The next question is from Lindy from Welland, and she asks, what does the team do mentally to get up each week? Look, I think we get one day off during the week to sort of get away from football and spend a bit of time at home with the family and stuff like that. So that certainly does help mentally to get away from footy. But I think most of the guys really actually do enjoy coming to the club, and it's not really too full on during the week. I guess during the season it's got a lot to do with recovery, and but there is certainly times where we go out in the track and we need to make sure we're switched on, and we're really having a crack and make sure we're improving. But during the week it's important to get away from the stresses of football and thinking about football constantly. So it's something that probably Burjo monitors a fair bit to make sure we are recovered during the week, and we do go out game day refreshed and ready to go again. The next question is from Kirsty from Ottawa, and she asks, what is my advice for captains trying to lead a team to success, and who my role models were? I guess the captain of a side or a leader in a side, the most important thing is really leading by example, making sure you're doing the right things, and setting the tone for the rest of the club. And I guess that's one thing we really pride ourselves on as a leadership group, and myself as captain, is to make sure I'm doing the right thing and the leadership group are doing the right thing, whether it be on the field or off the field. So on the field we need to make sure we're training extremely hard, doing the extras, everything right, so then the rest of the group throughout the club see that and follow, and that's what really builds a pretty strong culture. And I guess one person for me who I've tried to learn a fair bit from is Michael Clark. The way he's led the Australian side, they were down and out probably 3 or 4 years ago, and the way he stood up in tough times, and just his performances as well, really showing the way during those tough times was something I found pretty special, and that's someone I've really looked at and sort of modelled my leadership on. When it really does get tough, then your leaders have to stand up, and that's certainly something we speak about as a group. The last question is from Katie, and she asked, what are my interests outside of football? And I guess my biggest interest outside of footy is surfing. It's something that I really do enjoy, and we spoke about earlier, mentally getting away from footy, and that's certainly something that helps me. Just getting out in the water and sitting out there and clearing the head is certainly something that I enjoy, and certainly helps me get away from the footy as well. And I grew up in Torquay. I was probably 200 metres from the beach, and just getting out in the water was fantastic for me. And I guess pretty much any sort of sport I really do enjoy. I grew up playing a lot of cricket as a kid, and I'm starting to get a lot into the NBA, so any sort of sport I really do enjoy as well. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you very much for sending in questions again. I love hearing from you all, and I hope you enjoyed the responses. I'll send out another video in a couple of weeks, so please keep sending them in. Enjoy the showdown this week, and I'll catch you soon.